All right, with that being said, folks, I have the honor of introducing two very outstanding individuals. They mean a lot to me, and not only that, they're my personal friends, the Coffee Boys.
All right. Thank you, Dave. We're representing Brookfield, Missouri very well today.
Yes.
Well, I don't live there anymore. Thank goodness. All right. Nothing against Brookfield. If my clicker? Go. Go. All right.
You guys, thank you guys for coming. People still come in, but Cole Thurman, Jason Wyatt. Cole's going to kind of share a story here in a minute, but as people are coming in here, I just want to talk for just a second. You guys that are here looking at this opportunity, we welcome you with open arms. We're a couple guys. Obviously, we got into this and it was skin cream, and I'm going to let Cole share a story, but this is an unbelievable opportunity. So whoever invited you here today, hopefully by the end of this hour, 45 minutes or an hour here, you will see why we're so excited about this and why we're passionate about what we do. I mean, I've never seen an opportunity like this. And you'll see why as we go through and the numbers and the results and the stats and all that stuff. And it's pretty crazy, but if you're ready.
All right, so as he said, if you're here as a guest, we appreciate you taking time out of your day to check this out. Whether or not you decide this is for you or not, definitely thank the person that invited you to come here, because on some level they care about you. And I would be lying if I didn't say that this is the best time to ever join this company. Been doing this for, well, we got started almost 3 years ago in June, and it's truly, when we got started 3 years ago compared to what we have now, it looks like two different companies. Everything is 10,000 times better. We can take people now and help them become successful a lot faster now, just because the systems are better, everything is better. So I'm going to cover the first half of the slides, talking a little bit about the products, and he's going to come in and talk more about the opportunity side of it. A little bit about myself, Cole Thurman, 28 and a half years old. I still do the half, and I want to hit the big 3-0 here before you know it, but so I'm still a yepper. But anyway, 3 years ago, I was living in this guy's basement, and surprisingly, it was not by choice. Even though it sounds like a blast, it's not all it's cracked up to be. But we had fun, and just figured out this guy's my cousin. So, John Higginbottom, we go way back. I think my mic turned up. Oh, there we go. Anyway. So anyway, I got my degree in education at Missouri Valley College. Go Vikings, the best D3 school in Sullivan County. And so anyway, got my degree in education. Didn't know what I wanted to do, so I became a teacher like every other person in my family. Coached basketball, track for 2 years at a really small school. I was like every other young coach and said, I'll just coach everything. So I was getting to school around 7 in the morning, and depending on if we had a road game or anything like that, I'd get home at 11 o'clock midnight. So kind of wore on me. Ended up quitting and decided to start joining multi-level marketing companies, just because what else you got to do, right? And to make a long story short, I tried 7 different companies before Nerium in a span of 2 years. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. And it's quite impressive. It's probably the most impressive thing I've ever done in my career. Was to join that many companies and quit that many companies in that short amount of time. So
you're a tremendous quitter.
failing my way to the top. So, so when my sister Tessa got the phone call about Nerium, I was done. I was done with network marketing. I was done with everything like that. My attitude my entire life was, if somebody else can do it, I can do it, and I can do it better. Well, after failing at 7 different companies, I thought, well, maybe I can't do this. Maybe it's like, you know, some people are just taller than me. I'll never be as tall as you. And I thought, maybe I'll just never be good at this thing called network marketing. So my sister Tessa signed up in Nerium. She told me about it. I was highly annoyed because we were doing another thing, because I've seen her do some things before too. And she tried to recruit me for about 2 consecutive weeks, which is pretty easy because she would just yell down to the basement. You ready to sign up yet?
Through the vents, right?
Right. So I said, number 1, never do network marketing again. I honestly got to the point where I thought if you were succeeding in network marketing, you either, like someone had to like hook you up with something. I thought someone had to put you in a spot and give you some type of deal. That's what I thought. So I was done with network marketing. Number 2, I sure as heck wasn't going to join a skincare company. The last thing on my mind. So about 2 weeks went by, and Tessa had 2 brand partners and made like, you know, and some customers. She made like $200 or $300, and my mind was blown. Because in 2 years, of me doing network marketing, I made $24. Because Tessa, mine and Tessa's sister, bought a can of chocolate powder from me, and I got a check for $24.
So expensive powder.
Well, it didn't work either. But a weird thing was when I got that $24 check, back when I was 22 years old or whatever that was, even though it was a small, insignificant amount of money, something hit me when I got that check, and I was like, holy cow, like, you can make money. I wasn't making a lot, I was making a little. So after I saw my sister make $200 or $300 in 2 weeks, I was like, this is unbelievable. I was like, my honest thought was, if she made $200 in 2 weeks, I'm going to be a millionaire. Because this is somebody who's shy, doesn't like talking in front of people. It doesn't bother her as much anymore. And I was like, well, here we go again. So fast forward, about 90 days later, I earned a free Lexus. Since then, a free trip to Cancun, free cruise to the Bahamas. Going to Cancun again this summer. We've helped a lot of people do the same thing, and you know, I say that because if I can do it, anybody can do it. Truly, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So we'll go ahead and get started. Can't even really see this. Okay, so the Nerium buzz. There's no other company out there right now that is being talked about the way Nerium is being talked about. We're in so many third-party publications, it's not even funny. You know, you see all the magazines and stuff like that. The biggest one by far is for First and Consumer Products and Services for Inc. 500 magazine. Yeah, it's just a very, very big deal. I'm not a bit, you know, I don't have a background in business or anything like that, but when they came out with that, I thought, you know, it sounds like it, you know, sounds cool and everything, but when you go into a store, all the products, everything you see, those are all consumer products. And so we're talking about obviously thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands of products, and ours is number 1. So when I'm talking to somebody about the product, there's no convincing on my part. I just say, okay, well, you know, we're the number 1 product in 500 magazine. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Picture's worth 1,000 words. This company was built on, honestly, before and after pictures. Just people trying it out. You can't get to $1 billion in 4 years if your product doesn't work. You can't do $100 million in a year if your product doesn't work. So you can't trick that many people into buying something. So the stuff works. That's the biggest difference between Nerium and every other company that I was a part of was, I don't want to say that the product sells itself, but it kind of does. So I guess I just said it. Once again, and this is with the night cream, you can put it, obviously anywhere on your face. It's not something like if I was to see this person or anything like that, I'm not walking around. I kind of do a little bit now because I've been in Nerium for so long, but I wouldn't look at her and think, man, she really needs this stuff, But evidently, I've never thought about skin cream ever in my entire life, but now I do all the time. Works really good there for those lines. Our new eye cream came out, which, anybody tried the eye cream yet? Pretty legit.
It's unbelievable.
There should be some pictures up there soon, but those lines around the face works really good for the old saggy neck. If anybody, back of the neck. I don't know if our dad uses that on the back of his neck yet, but he needs to. He has
He's still kind of rocking the mullet a little bit.
Yeah, well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But. Let's see. So this is the firm cream. And this is, it looks like a completely different person. So, being 28 and all that stuff, I don't know what that's like, but this is obviously has to be a life-changing experience, for these people that have these results. As you can see there, that speaks for itself, and we just have hundreds and hundreds of before and after pictures of people we know personally, which is a really big deal. I'll be honest, when I first joined Nerium, I was praying so hard that the pictures weren't fake. I had to make money so bad. And I was like, please let this company be real, because I don't want to be walking around showing Photoshop pictures.
But by walking around, he means literally walking around because he sold his car.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Forgot that part. He sold his car so he could buy his way into Nerium. Because, living in our basement, he's like, hey, you guys have 2 cars, I'll just take yours if I need to go anywhere. So he was walking around.
I call it the Blue Bomber. 93 Buick LeSabre, 3 different shades of blue. I hit at least 12 deer in that 2 years that I was joining network marketing companies.
You totaled that car like 4 times.
I did. Legs, work straight on legs. It improves the appearance of thigh dimpling and firmness, which is something that I've always been looking for. For me. Saggy knees, apparently that's a big issue for people. A lot of people talk about that, but is this the
there it is. There's the stuff.
So this is results with the new eye cream. Now, there's a lot of companies out there there's a few out there that have products that will help your eyes in a matter of seconds. The issue is that it's essentially causing inflammation under your eyes, and it's appearing that it's helping, but it's actually damaging the skin under your eyes. It's a very sensitive area. And all the other products that are doing that, they have a very high pH, they're very alkaline, and you're not supposed to put stuff that's that alkaline under your eyes. It's damaging to your eyes, or under the eye area. So we finally have the first product that has a good pH level that you can put under your eyes. It's not damaging. It's the only product out there that works instantly and long term. Once again, people started coming out with pictures on Facebook. These are my 30-second results. These are my minute results. And I was like, guys, we can't do this. We can't say this stuff. And then after 200 pictures later, I was like, okay, I guess it's true.
Well, I'm gonna tag on that just a little bit. Go for it. The cool part about our stuff too is that the proof is there, right? That it works short term and it works long term. So, when he's talking about that, the other products out there, this is a product that people are going to use forever because it works and it works long term. And when I saw, my wife sitting down here in front, when I sat there and took the picture, and then I took the after picture 5 minutes later, we were both shocked at what actually happened with her eye. Like, I cannot imagine. It's hard to imagine that we have something that did that, but I tell people, right, this product comes from Signal Biosciences from Princeton University, right? Princeton University. I mean, that is unbelievable that we are tied, right, to Princeton University. I mean, if you just think about that and the stuff that they've got coming, I'll shoot it back to you, sorry. I get excited about Princeton, right? My wife went to John Wood over at Quincy, right? I tell people it's not John Wood. No offense. It's Princeton, right? It's Princeton. It's Princeton. I mean, it's unbelievable what we have our hands on with this stuff, and there's more stuff coming. That's the opportunity side of it, which I'll get to in a minute. Go ahead.
I mean, Princeton.
I get excited.
I tried to get my basketball teams to run the Princeton offense, but they weren't smart enough. I wasn't even smart enough to teach it, to be honest.
Back door, isn't that over
I know,
there?
it's just, yeah, so you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart to go there. So that's what we're talking about here. I mean, there's a molecule in this product that was discovered at Princeton University that attacks aging at the cellular level. I mean, there's these guys sitting around Princeton University and they discover this and they say, okay, we're gonna put this in a product and you guys get to market it. You can't get this anywhere. We have it. I mean, you're sitting on a gold mine. This product alone, you're sitting on a gold mine. It's unbelievable. Years of research. Once again, it's not like we just came out with these products last week and we're asking you to try it out. Even the night cream, they were studying it, researching it for 12 years before it was ever put out on the market. So the Signum, or the stuff at Princeton University, Signum Biosciences, all these products from Princeton, I mean, this is over 20 years of research. NAE8 extract, that's what's in the night cream. That's what really powers the product. Accidental discovery. They were testing it out on people with skin cancer, and after these people were trying this stuff, they saw that, oh wow, we have less wrinkles now, we look more youthful, and that's how they discovered that. It's an antioxidant. What's this? Oh, this is just showing the third-party clinical trials, of the people that tried it. So, you know what, that workout stuff, it's that stuff that makes your face tingle. Right? Anyway.
So I want to say something about the slide real fast.
Please do.
Okay. 93% and 92% in wrinkles and radiance. That means, does everybody here know at least 10 people? Does everybody know at least 10 people? That means 9 out of 10 people will get results with this product. Proven. Right? Through clinical trials, proven that 9 out of 10 people get results. And that's what we're looking for, right? In a 30-day span. Thank you. I mean, we're looking for people who want our products, right? I mean, that's why the opportunity is so huge, because of the amount of people that actually get results, and that's why we had success. That's why he joined our business, right? We signed up, we were smart ones, we got in first. That's why he joined, because people were getting results, and they wanted in. So Cole's like, well, I'm not going to miss this boat, right?
Right.
So, I mean, you talk about two guys going around, right, talking to other people about skin cream. I'm just glad they had EHC in there, so I feel a little bit more, a little bit more muscular, whatever that word is. Manular. There you go, I just made that word up.
Write that down.
Manular. But, when people get results that high, the percentage get results, that's why we're excited.
I mean, it's not like, once again, I mean, it feels very good to tell people, this stuff works. Because people ask all the time, well, how do you know it works? Well, we know it works because they tested it out at STT Research Labs, one of the most sought-after research labs in the world, and third-party trials, meaning, I mean, the people that were in the studies, they couldn't even communicate with anybody. There was zero influence on the results, which I don't know how you can influence a skin result. It either works or it doesn't, but. So we have the night and the day cream, obviously for the face, and the firming cream for your body. New eye cream. This it's just unbelievable. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it works instantly and long term. We already said that, but I mean, you just, I think you could build a whole other company around this and make as much money as you want eventually, because it's just unbelievable. So these are the new, well, these are the prices now. We have $90 for the, and we'll get into how you can save a lot more money. $90 for the night, $140 for the combo, $60 for the eye cream, $90 for the firm. EHT, this is probably the product I'm still most excited about, for sure. Once again, 20 years of research at Princeton University. It's a mind enhancement formula, you know, and background on the product is, you know, the two doctors that came up with it, Dr. Stock and Dr. Stock, Jeff and Max, they had a really bad line of Alzheimer's disease in their family, and they were very motivated to create a product that could kind of help combat that, and that was why they made this stuff. And they discovered this molecule, EHT, and it's from coffee. It's an actual, the word EHT stands for, EHT stands for a word that's like this long. Can't pronounce it, never will want to. And there's actually, they talked about it at a conference, there's actually studies that show people who drink more coffee are less likely to get Parkinson's disease and a bunch of other things. The reason is because there's EHT naturally occurring in coffee. So every time you drink coffee, like I stopped at Quick Trip this morning and got some coffee. Wasn't very good, by the way. And there's small amounts of EHT in there. The problem is that for you to basically benefit or get therapeutic doses of EHT, you have to be drinking coffee all day, and nobody can do that except us. With us, right? So I probably get one pill equivalent to EHT for my coffee a day. But so anyway, they actually found a way to extract this EHT molecule and concentrate it into a pill form, and it puts your neurons back together. And when that happens, you know, all kinds of stuff happens. But it's, in my opinion, just from what I've seen with this product, you know, whether it's people, I mean, life-changing stuff. I mean, Dave Keller has a heck of a story for you. I don't know if she's coming or if she's here or if she's coming later, but yeah, I mean, unbelievable stuff. It's truly a life-changing product. So I feel that it would be unethical for me to not share at least this product with everybody that I know. It would not be good as a human being for me not to do that. For less than $2 a day, I mean, the nasty coffee I got at Quick Trip this morning was like $2. It was gross. This is something that fixes your brain. Do you have anything you wanted to add? I saw you stirring some stuff up over there. Oh, this is what I got to say. So I was talking to a girl the other day. She was in another company. I was talking to her about EHT, and she said, "Oh yeah, we have a product just like that." And I was like, "Well, no, you don't. Not unless you also got a patent from Princeton University and it's also your product." So people just don't know. There's nothing out there like this. You can't go into the supplement aisle at Walmart and get anything with EHT. There's a lot of brain supplements out there. I've tried probably all of them. And there's good ones. There's products like Alpha Brain that make you feel good, It's just releasing lots of dopamine in your brain, but none of them do what this does. None of them do what this does. With the tau protein, the PP2A, all that stuff, and I'm just going to stop trying to explain that because that's all I can explain anyway. 30-day money-back guarantee. All the products have 30-day. Get your product for free. If you become a customer, tell 3 people you get it for free. You can't do that anywhere with anything else. Like they say on the video, imagine going to a Royals game. I was going to say Cardinals, but I'm in Kansas City. Imagine going to a Royals game and I can't imagine. Sorry, I can't. I can't. You go to the game and you have 3 friends and they give you your ticket for free because you brought 3 people.
Right. I tried that once at the movie theater in Brookfield. They said no.
So I covered the products. Nerium's never going to release products that aren't top of the line, revolutionary, breakthrough, no competition. There's never going to be any competition with any of our products. Jeff Olson's going to make sure of that. 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're in here and you're interested in the products, whoever the brand partner is that brought you here, we will do everything we can to help you get it for free. Here on out, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the money-making side of it, the opportunity side of it. And here you go, big guy.
Thanks. So, when this says dream lifestyle, like when we started, this was one of the pages that was in the book that we get with our kit. I opened up, I looked at it, and I thought, you know what, that seems nice, but this one, bottom left, right, that was the one that interested me, because when we started this, I haven't said this yet, but we actually have 6 kids, and with 6 kids, right, comes a lot of debt, just naturally, especially if you're a teacher, and you have that many kids, and your wife has to stay at home because it makes more sense for her to stay home than to pay a babysitter. That was what we were looking for. We were looking to make a couple $100s a month, right? Had no plans of ever coming up here and sharing our story and helping other people get started with this journey, but that was the main thing for me. He would tell you he started because of that picture on the bottom right? He sold his car. He said, I think I can get one of those, right? Which is funny, but I keep going back. We've made a lot of videos over the last 3 years, and I remember a very clear video where we were driving around one day and found his old car that he sold a year later, and sitting with his hood up in an abandoned lot. So we made a video, right? But time with family, the vacations we've been to Cancun. Never ever imagined we would do anything like that. We talked about when our last kid graduated. Our last kid is now 2, so we thought when our last kid graduates, maybe we'll have enough money then because everybody will be out of the house. We can maybe use some of the money that the little tiny bit of money I was making as a teacher, we could use that to go on a trip. We went to Cancun 2 years ago. Last summer, we went on a cruise with Nerium, with a lot of our new friends that we've made through Nerium. Which is one of the main things that I love about this company, right? I love the relationships that we get to make with different people as we go through this. That, to me, when we started, money was the issue. We needed to make a little bit of money. Now, I would not give up the friendships that we've created and the people that we've been able to help and the people that have been able to help us. I would not give up those things for anything, for any amount of money. So, I love this slide because, the car was not important to us. I mean, it was kind of important because our daughter was going to go to college, and that you're probably doing some math real quick, right? 2 years old, going to college, but we needed a car, so we qualified for the car. Hey, free car drive, right? Who doesn't like free? Who doesn't like a free license?
Don't say it.
Right.
We know some people that don't like free stuff.
We do.
But we're not going to say their names.
We're not. They went to Missouri Valley College, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Okay. The best Division III school in Sullivan County, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm learning. Right. The Nerium Ripple. Last year Nerium was the largest donator to Big Brothers Big Sisters. Okay, so, yes. Bigger than Nike, right? We were bigger than Nike when it comes to that. I mean, it's huge. That is a big, big deal. We gave $1.3 million to Big Brothers Big Sisters. You know, when you look at other companies out there, I don't see other companies doing that. And I'm not going to compare us to other companies very much, but just a little bit here and there, right? That's a big deal. Right? That is a huge, huge deal. The picture in the middle, Jeff Olson, had the pleasure of talking to him one-on-one, well, two-on-one. Share our story with him in Cancun 2 years ago. The man teared up. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what he has created for everybody in this room, right? You know, I have a friend sitting down here that is a business guy, right? I'm not a business person. I taught business, but that doesn't make me a businessman, right? For those of you that know. They never talked about network marketing in school. And I personally, my personal opinion is that's a shame. It's a shame. I think that kids should be subjected to know what it's like. You can start your own business, right, for as little as $500. We've always looked at this like this is our business. We never left it in anybody else's hands, right? We never waited for anybody to do anything. We knew that, hey, we just invested money, right, that we had to borrow because we couldn't pay our electric bill. We borrowed money instead of paying our electric bill. We laugh about this when we do parties. The electric bill shut off notice or start a new company. We're going to be mature and start a new company, right? Right? So, I lost the train of thought there. But to know that you can actually do that, right? And we don't have to worry about handling the merchandise, right? We don't have to worry about producing it. We don't have to worry about shipping it. All we have to do is market it. All we have to do is say, hey, look at these pictures. Hey, check out this opportunity. Right? We don't have to do any of that other stuff. And, you know, that's the reason why people are going from traditional business into network marketing or direct selling or relationship marketing. I like that term, right? Because it's all about relationships. Somebody trusts you, they'll buy from you, right? I mean, everybody agrees with that? That's what this is all about. People aren't going to buy from me that don't trust me. Right? Dave Keller came to our house 2 years ago. Sat in our living room and said, why in the heck are you guys so excited about this? You were there, Rob, right? He said, you guys have got to tell me, what the heck are you guys, why are you so excited? We said, are you kidding me? We own our own business. Right? We own our own business. We get to work this whenever we want, however we want. We have 6 kids. I was working 60, 70 hours a week as a teacher and coach. Same thing he was just talking about. We didn't have time. We had every excuse not to do this. But we also had every reason to do it, if that makes sense. Right? Right? So when Jeff Olson laid this whole thing out, he said it. He says it all the time. I wanted to build a company where we can travel the world with our friends. And we're doing it, right?
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Live Happy. Jeff Olson started Live Happy. You know, it's another reason why he started that out of his own pocket. Didn't have to, right? He didn't have to do that, but he did. A big part of why I like this man so much, and he probably doesn't even know how much I like him. You're like, I tell him every chance I get. Personal development, right? Personal development. I'm not the same person standing here. He's not the same person standing here as we were 3 years ago. We're just not. You can't go through this journey that we went through and not become a different person, a better version of yourself is the way I like to look at it. But it's unbelievable what this man has created for all of us. And the opportunity sitting here, right? Cole said earlier, there's never been a better time to get started with this. Right? When we started, it was pictures. Skin cream only, pictures. We're back to that now, right? These eye cream pictures are unbelievable. People getting real results is what this company was built on, and that is what is going to continue on. And the eye cream has not even been out for a week now. It's crazy the opportunity we're sitting on. Personally, I think The eye cream is going to be bigger than the night cream. And, right. And does everybody remember what the night cream did? 100 million first year, 200 million second year, 400 million third year, a billion, right? That billion was mostly night cream in the first 4 years. Relationship marketing, why? I'll speed up here a little. I know we're running a little on time. Like I said earlier, people trust you, they buy from you. Right? You have a product that works as good as ours works, and they trust you, they will buy it from you. Right? 30-day money-back guarantee, you can't beat that. Significant earning potential. When I was teaching, and when he was teaching, if we spend a little extra time teaching a kid how to shoot a layup, right? Or teaching a kid how to tie his shoe, I laugh because Cole said, if I have to tie one more shoe. They did not pay us extra for helping people extra. Right? That's my point of that. They did not pay us extra. They weren't like, hey, good job, you tied the guy's shoe, let's give you a little bonus. Okay? Nobody ever came in and said, hey, we're going to send you guys on a trip to Puerto Vallarta, right? They never did that. I waited for them to come through and do that, right? Miss Wilbeck, she never did. What? No boss. No boss. As myself and Mr. Musterman talked about, we learned this last month. You don't have there's no boss holes here, right? Right? Boss hole. That's what it's called. Boss hole. I like that term. It's a good one. And we don't have to, there's no employee, we don't have to worry about all this stuff. We worry about us. I look at it as you can either have a boss or you can have a mentor, right? I would way rather have a mentor than to have a boss, right? Creating leverage. I'm just going to say this. We do what we want when we want with our 6 kids. We had the luxury. Anybody here a Kobe fan? Anybody a Laker fan? We had the luxury. 2 people. For those 2 people. For the rest of you, whatever. No. But we took our 6 kids plus a kid to Oklahoma City last week to go watch Kobe play his last away game ever. That.
Better if you caught the 60-point performance. You can't beat all of them.
Okay, creating leverage, right. You can't beat all of them. That would have required a flight. I just got in the car and drove. But what I'm saying is, we wouldn't have been able to do that 3 years ago, 2 years ago. There's no way. Couldn't afford it. And to take a friend, right? Our 15-year-old was like, hey, can my friend go? We're like, why not? Sure, come on, right? But, I mean, having the ability to do what you want when you want, right? For those of you that have owned your own business before, right? You know what I'm talking about. Those of you that are starting to have success with this, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody else, it's coming. If you stick to the steps, it's coming, right? Those of you looking at this opportunity, I hope you see why this is such a good opportunity, why relationship marketing is such a good way to go, and why this company is the right company. Tax benefits, owning your own business in general gives you a good tax benefit. Okay, to get started, right, I said this earlier, you can start your own business for $500. Your own business, $500. You don't have to rent a store, you don't have to buy a building, you don't have to do all the stuff that goes along with starting a traditional business. You start your own business, and those people who look at it as, this is my business, right, this is my business, and the ones who look at it that way are the ones that seem to have more success because they take ownership over it. And which is the important part. You get over $800 worth of product for $500. I mean, common sense, right? That's a good deal. It's a good deal. I have learned, though, through my 3 years of doing this, that common sense isn't so common. It's one of my favorite sayings, common sense isn't so common. But anyway, there you go. You get started for $500. If you want to launch your business, if you want to explode your business, you can start for higher. My personal opinion is that the silver pack is probably the best one out there as far as being able to jump out and go, right? The gold pack is also obviously really good. If you've got contact list of you know, that you can think of off the top of your head of at least like 200 people that you know are going to want this, go and pack. Get the bottles in their hands, the products do all the work for you. Lexus, right? Who wouldn't like driving a free Lexus? Right? So, you know, as we go through this kind of lays out how to get there, right? I don't want to go too much into that because if I'd have been sitting here listening to the presentation at the beginning of all this, you know, I opened up the comp plan, looked at it, threw it back in the box. I told her, I said, I don't understand a word on there. All I saw was, you know, get 3 customers. So I said, we called our sponsor, Michelle, and said, how do we do that? She said, you just share pictures, hand out samples. So I said, okay, we can do that, right? I said, okay, you can do that. She'll say that was her, right? I was driving the car, right, to take her to drop off samples, so I was helping. Right? But anyway, there's bonuses, basically, you know, iPad, we got a free iPad in a little over a week. Pretty neat, right? When you have a lot of kids, especially, you get a free iPad. That's always good. But the thing I like about this, you see there on the right-hand side where it says that. What's the first word there? Help. You help people, you have success in this business. I love it, right? I love that. It's not just about us going out and doing it by ourselves. The more people you help, the more success you have, right? It goes back to what I said about teaching. The more people I helped, I did have more success. Okay? Help 3 people get a free iPad, you get a free Lexus. I mean, this is the building block of the entire company. That's why it's on this part. You help 3 people. It's director, iPad, that's it. You help people get iPads, the more people you help, the higher you go. You know, the more residual income you can make and all that stuff that comes along with it, the more trips you go on and everything like that. It's all about helping other people. This pictures make me feel really good because I remember that picture there with the cruise boat in the back. That was a year ago. Like, see the guy in the red shirt, middle, top left? He's on our team. We were standing right next to him. There's a sense of accomplishment that comes with earning that, right? And now what they've done, and I don't know if that slide's on here, but I'll talk about it real fast. The trip next year, they've made it available and accessible to anybody. Woo! Right?
I will say this really quick. There's not a person in this room that cannot be on that trip with us a year from now. I don't care if you have 0 experience. I don't care if doesn't matter. Every single person in this room, I can look at you in the face and say, you can be there. Absolutely 100%. Anybody. All right.
Thank you. You're all right. Good job. Incentive trips, though, I mean, you know, you get out of it what you put into it, right? Ways to earn income. You know, this is a big question when I'm talking to people. Well, how do you make money with this? Well, I mean, number 1, we share products with people. They buy them, we make money. Okay? The other way you do that is helping other people get started with the business and helping them learn how to share the products and sell them and then make money. Right? You help people. That's it. Right? And then the long-term goal for most people is to start earning a residual income that comes in every month. Right? I taught business for 11 years. She said, we're going to find something with residual income. And I said, what the heck is that? Right? Didn't know. They don't talk about it. Had no idea that I could get somebody to use my product that they love. They're getting results what they love, and I can get paid on it every single month. Month after month. They use my product, I get paid. Right? I don't have to go back to them and say, hey, will you please buy it from me again? Right? I don't have to do that. That's how good our products are, though. People love them. And there's more coming. Right? This eye serum, just for everybody in here, this eye serum when it came out, I mean, we went back through and started just everybody, all of our customers, everybody, just saying, hey, we got a new eye serum. Did you check it out yet? Have you seen the pictures? And they're like, no, I haven't seen the pictures. I'm like, how can you not see the pictures? It's all over Facebook. People don't understand that not everybody sees your Facebook post, though. Especially when they unfollow you.
Or block you.
We're walking.
Is that just me?
Mostly, yeah. Live better bonus. Anybody here that could use an extra $50,000 bonus? Crazy, right? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. The $150,000 bonus, you know how you get that? You help 3 people get a $50,000 bonus. All right, once again, it goes back to helping other people do this. And then down the line, right? Crazy. Real people, real results. That's why we, have been fortunate enough to have the success that we have. People have results. Do you have somebody?
Did we talk to anybody?
Oh.
Is Amy in here?
Michael, will you come up here?
We're going to do a couple testimonials.
Will you give a quick testimony?
1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes.
Can you keep it 1 to 2 minutes?
Phyllis? Phyllis, tell
We're going to have Michael go first, and I want Phyllis. I want them to just share for 2 minutes why you're excited about it, why you decided to do this. This is Michael Munsterman. He is a regional. I put him on the spot here, but we're good friends, so I know he doesn't care. That, and you give him one of these, and you talk for days. So
1 to 2 minutes.
Okay, everybody get comfortable. Thanks, guys, again. My name is Michael Munsterman. Just real quick, for me, it wasn't so much about the products. There was some, the EHT really intrigued me for some reasons that I can't wrap into 2 minutes. So what I'll just say to everybody is, I was looking at the business. I had, these guys started approaching me 2.5 years ago, again and again and again and again and again and again. Tessa sent me an email. She said, this is the 12th and final time that I'm going to approach you. I went to a training and they said, I can't talk to you more than 12 times, so this is it. And I went to my wife and I said, I can't believe this. Isn't this kind of cute? Her sales skills are stepping up. I'm impressed. And my wife asked me a pretty phenomenal question. And I think whenever we do a real results party, when we do a sit down, we do a 3-way, it's something that we all need to ask. She asked me, are you happy? You work all the time. We've got several businesses. We've got real estate. We're doing stuff. We never see you. So in life, you're providing. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You feel like you're supposed to do. But are you happy? And she goes, they seem happy. Maybe it's worth 30 minutes. Just give them 30 minutes and hear what they have to say. So I called them and said, okay, you've got 30 minutes. And they sat down across me and I thought, okay, so how much can I get in this company for? Well, anywhere from 500 to 2,000. I thought, okay, so 2,000 means they get bigger commission, they leave me alone. I give them my card. I said, I'll do that. Are we done here? Now I'm not gonna spoil alert the rest of it. I'm gonna finish now with why I'm excited. And 30 seconds? Cool. So there's something that's happening that we all need to understand is that from a market standpoint, from a business standpoint, from an industry standpoint, the baby boomers are moving into a segment that they've never moved into before. If any of you have been on any of my calls, I use this every time. 20 years ago, anti-aging was my grandma pulling out a picture of herself in a bikini saying, didn't I look good? And you're like, put that away, grandma. Yeah, you look kind of cute. Now, anti-aging is actually here. It's a developing market. It's going to stay. And as the baby boomers move into this industry, millionaires are going to be created. Not just a couple here and there. I mean, they're going to start popping off. So the timing's perfect because right now it's a $200 billion industry. Times 5. What's that look like? Times 5 in the next 5 to 6 years. That's why I'm excited. The opportunity is just second to none with a company that's number 1.
This is Phyllis. Phyllis is also on our team. She's also the regional marketing director, and Phyllis has a neat story. She's a teacher too, like us. So, good.
I am a mother of 5, live just south of them, a few miles, middle of nowhere, out in the country. Teaching school is all I've ever known, and I didn't come in for the same reason as Michael, at least at first. I hit my 50s, and my daughter was getting married, and one day we were sitting on the couch, and my husband's like, look at your neck.
You're in your 50s? You're in your 50s? I didn't know that. Really?
I know, it's the Nerium blood. And anyway, so I look at my neck, and I was like, when did that happen? I had that chicken neck, turkey neck. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. And okay, so my daughter's getting married. I'm like, what am I going to do about this? And one of my girlfriends, who's actually older than me, is looking fabulous, and she's posted on Facebook about this Nerium, Nexium something, I don't know, but it's working for her. I'm going to ask her what it is. And so she put me in connection with these guys. And long story short, I tried it, I loved it, found out I could get it for free just by sharing it. Teachers at school were like, your skin looks great, your skin tone's glowing, what are you doing different? And I'm like, I didn't even try to sell anything, people were noticing me. And so Tess explained, well, you know, I can keep the money, or you can make it if you want to sign up as a Nerium brand partner. And I got to thinking, okay, my daughter's wedding's in just a few months, and if I'm on all, you know, we had day and night at the time. If I'm on that all the way through at least until the wedding, I'm going to be spending almost as much as I would as a brand partner. And the other teachers at school were already noticing and wanting to try it, and actually they said, can I use your bottles that you were trying? And so I went to Tessa, and Tessa gave me 3 and said, sure, take it to school and share it with everybody. I was like, that was really easy, I can do that. I'm not a salesman. I hate sales. If the kids ever had to sell anything at school, I just bought everything I had to, because I wasn't going to ask anybody to buy anything that they didn't want to buy. And so, but I could do that. And so I was so nervous, Tessa, if you remember. I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I just did it, and I jumped in, and it just flew from there. 8 days we had the iPad, 38 days we had the Lexus, and not just that, but the friends that we've made in the personal development. I was really confident in front of my students, but not other people. And the personal development that's come with this company, I can't even explain. My husband says like I'm a totally different person. I used to take everything to heart, and I always thought I was gonna, you know, hurt somebody's feelings, or I'd have my feelings hurt, and I just go out there and share. It's like, I just love this stuff, and if you love it, that's wonderful. If you don't, that's okay. I know that I do, you know. My mom looks 15, 20 years younger, and she gets compliments all the time about how great she looks, and that makes me happy. But the story doesn't end there either. Just kind of like Michael said, the best thing that's happened was EHT. I brought my son with me. Logan, you say hi. Logan. So we have the iPad. Anyway, the first thing, he had suffered with acne, and you know, it's not marketed for that, but I started using, I tried Proactive and some things that weren't really working. It's just changed his skin completely. But that was only the beginning. We came out with EHT, and when Dr. Stock from Princeton University was talking about it, I've done enough research with Down syndrome, which Logan has, and to know that there's some brain plasticity problems and firing of the networks, neuronal connections in the brain. And I thought, you know, what if? You know, what if it could help him? Even if it's just for focus and concentration, you know, that's got to be fabulous for him. And so, I mean, I was on that very first order. I ordered as much as I could because I thought, I'm going to give this a try. And so, even before I got there, I went ahead and had him tested because I want the hard data of like where he was functionally. And then 10 months later, I retested him, and his language went from, it gained 1 year, 9 months. Plateaued at about 10 years old. I mean, that's all the further we got. I did early intervention with him. I mean, he was 2 weeks old, and I had him in speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy. I went back to school, got my master's degree in early childhood special education, so that I could give him the best start that I could. But we got about 10 years, and he just flatlined. He was not progressing at all. And I don't know, I'm out of time. But anyway, it's been such a blessing for us. It started out as my neck, and which I actually look pretty good for my daughter's wedding.
Right. You look fabulous.
Thank you. But anyway, it's become so much more than that. So anyway, that's all.
Thank you. So, I mean, you can see the opportunity side, the product side, you know, why this opportunity is so huge, the leverage that you can create, the friendships you create, all that stuff that goes along with it. You know, one of my favorite sayings of Nerium is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I think the brand partners in here, all levels, would agree with that, right? You have a tremendous support group here, you know, with the people that Raylan and Michael put this on, and then, you move farther over, closer to Missouri, and you can kind of get into, a lot of our team and stuff like that. Our goal is to have as many people that want to succeed with this succeed. That's it. And I know that Raylan and Mike are the same way, and I don't know if there are any other national marketing directors or, that close to that rank here, but I know the people that I know, this guy that I've met, right, I know they all feel the same way. So, and we're going to wrap this up, but we already said this, 100 million first year compared to these other companies. You have these all three of them, and it's a little bit over $1 million. Think we're going somewhere with this? Yes. And I'm going to stop on this slide. Here's what I'd say. The person who invited you, if you're looking at this opportunity, I like this one right here, that one. You've been invited to listen to $1 billion opportunity, okay? Right? $1 billion opportunity. And it's only going to get bigger. This company will be a $1 billion company, if not this year, then by next year, because what's already in place and what's coming. And, we were in St. Louis last week, getting ready for the convention, and went to the mall one day. And I probably asked 40 people if they'd heard of Nerium, and two people said they had heard of it. Do you understand the opportunity that's sitting in front of all of us right now? Right? If you're hearing about this for the first time, then guess what? Your friends have never heard of it. Because I guarantee you they would have told you. Right? So keep that in mind as you're looking at this. And, I'll finish with this. If you have anything afterwards, you can say it. But the opportunity is second to none. If the opportunity is not for you, then by all means try the products. Because I guarantee you'll fall in love with the products, and then you'll probably fall in love with the opportunity as well. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time, like Cole said earlier, to come out on a Saturday. There's a lot of things to do on a Saturday. But you're here to hear this. Maybe you're supporting your friend. Maybe you just came in thinking, let's see, whatever. But if you have questions, we'll be kind of hanging around here. Then by all means, come ask the questions. Ask the person that brought you questions. Always ask questions. All right? If you don't understand something, ask questions, because everybody needs to understand the opportunity that is in front of them right now.